Welcome back to Face to Face. I'm John Ralston. We're talking to Phill Ruffin today. He's the new owner of the Treasure Island. You mentioned earlier in the program the favorable tax climate here for the gaming industry compared to some of these other jurisdictions where there have been proposals that go up to like 70% tax rates, I think.
That's Kansas.
Yeah, okay, Kansas, where you're from. We're not in Kansas anymore, right?
Right.
And you don't want to be in Kansas. The question is, you're a Nevada guy now. We do have problems here. We have problems with our budget, proportionally worst in the nation. Should the gaming industry be contributing to the state treasury more than they are?
Well, I think that the gaming industry supplies a lot of customers and a lot of employees. So, no, I think it should remain flat, at least for a while, till the economy gets better. And if they want to tap it a little bit, they could, either in the tax area or the room tax area. But right now, leave it alone. Right now, leave it alone.
Leave everything alone? You think everything can be left alone?
Well, everybody's struggling right now, so this would be a terrible time to raise taxes.
You know, the gaming industry in this state, ever since I've covered politics for almost 25 years or so, has said, you know what, we pay a lot of money. We fund half, three-quarters of the state budget. But you know who doesn't pay? All the rest of the businesses. And Steve Wynn talked about that. I want you to see his comments.
The well's dry. Finally, the goddamn businessmen in this state.
Aren't all these other businesses losing money too?
Selfish people that have refused to take up one speck of their fair share.
Who are you talking about?
The business community, the banks, the lawyers, the insurance companies, the construction companies, the whole gang of them.
Do you share that view, Mr. Ruffin? Because a lot of people in the gaming industry believe that, the finger's always pointed at you guys because you're the easy political target, but that a lot of folks have gotten rich here off of an economy that has been driven by gaming, which does get taxed. Some people say it's too low, but it does get taxed.
It gets taxed. We pay plenty of taxes. And Steve's, I'm not as mad at people as Steve is, but we pay like $20,000 a day in utilities. We pay $20,000 a day in property tax a day. And so we pay a lot of taxes. Now, whether the others have had their fair share, I don't know about that. But I think we should leave this alone. I don't think that we should raise taxes right now. Everybody's struggling. You don't want more people laid off in those hotels, I don't think. So I think this is not a good time for that.
What is it a good time for? What is the right policy for the government, both federally and locally and at the state level, to be adopting during this time?
They could always cut back their spending. They could always cut back their spending.
You think we spend profitably in this state?
Well, I think, it relates back to the budget. They give a budget to a certain department, and if they don't meet that budget, they cut it back. So they make sure they meet that budget and exceed that budget so they can ask for more the next year. It's just kind of a circle. It's not a good thing. They need to cut it back.
How much?
I don't know. I think that I would say 10 or 15% on the state budget.
You think that they can do that and it will not affect the quality of life in this state?
It depends on, you have to go to the agencies that aren't working. I remember one agency I went to that cost the state, this was in Kansas, $6 or $7 million a year. It was supposed to retrain young people. It was staffed with bodies, but there were no people. There were two people there.
Yeah, if they did it in a thoughtful, surgical way, then maybe it would make sense. It seems to me, though, what's happened is they've just done this indiscriminate kind of meat cleaver approach. That doesn't accomplish anything.
No, I agree with you, John. I agree with you. I think you have to be targeted. You have to target and find out what's not working. If a program is dead, it's dead, but they keep funding it. So, those things have to sunset and die.
So, Phill Ruffin has not generally been that politically active in terms of either contributions or speaking out on issues. Is that just the kind of guy you are, or are we going to see more of it now?
No, you're not going to see more of it.
You want to stay in the background?
I'm going to run my business, and, that's about it. I'm going to support John Reed, or
Harry Reid.
Harry Reid. I like Harry very much. And Ensign you have two very good senators.
Isn't it we? You can say we. We have to.
We have. Well, I've been here 10 years.
That's right. You've been here
a long time.
And we appreciate your coming back on the program. I hope you come back soon. Good luck at the Treasure Island. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Johnny.
All right.
Okay.
If you want to contact me, you can email me at ralston@vegas.com or call me at 650-1976. Now, also go to LasVegasSun.com and click on my page for the program schedule, links to the program, my columns, and my executive producer's blog, Face to Face, The Final Take. You can also download the program straight to your iPod by subscribing to the free Face to Face podcast on iTunes. On the next Face to Face, Anya Duke says she was blinded in 1991 by 2 local doctors. After 5 attorneys, 15 judges, 2 Supreme Court appeals representing herself, and 16 years in litigation, Duke's case was set for trial. It's the oldest malpractice case on the docket. Is justice delayed, justice denied? We'll ask the president of the State Bar about that, efforts to remove the caps from the medical malpractice cases, and much more. That's all on the next Face to Face.